In this screencast, I will be sharing with you how to create classes and prepare assessments on the LASSO platform. Begin by logging into your account. When you do this, the Assessment tab will appear at the top. Select this. In order to create a class, click on the orange plus sign next to Your Classes. We suggest that you provide a course name that includes the section or block for your class. The LASSO platform was originally designed for courses that use learning assistants. You are likely not using learning assistants. So answer these questions to the best of your ability, but with regard to the questions that are asking about LAs, click No or Never. Provide some information about your course. In questions 10 and 11, even though you are not using LAs, write NA. Do not leave these cells blank. Once you've completed this, click Add New Course. Now I can see that my course appears here. However, I have not yet set up any assessments for this section. What I'll need to do is click on the orange plus sign. This will give me the opportunity to create the 2 assessments that I need for this course. We suggest that you label the assessment with the course block or period as well. So I'm going to start with the CLAS survey. I'm going to call this Second CLAS for my second block physics class. Now, please note that there are several different CLAS options. There's a CLAS for biology, for chemistry, and for physics. Please select the physics option. Then select Create New Assessment. Now when I click on the course, I can see that the CLAS appears. For this course, I will now upload the second assessment. Again, I will label this assessment with the block. I'm going to call this the second concept test. At the very bottom of the assessment options, you will notice the option for the PET High School or PET-HS diagnostic. Select this option. Then select Create New Assessment. The next step is for me to prepare the rosters for my courses. In order to download a roster template, click on the plus next to Instructions and Tips. The blue link at the bottom says click here to download a class roster file template. Select this. The roster template is a .csv file which you can open in Microsoft Excel. It provides 4 columns so that you can give information about student first names, middle names, last names, and email addresses. Please note that it is essential that you provide an email address that is unique to each student, as this is how students receive the link for them to complete each assessment on the LASSO platform. Here you can see my sample roster for my second block physics class, where I've given information about student first names, last names, and email addresses. It is okay to leave the middle name section blank. Note that it is possible to download a class roster as a CSV file format using Infinite Campus. We will provide resources for how this is possible. The next step is to upload the roster. You will need to do this for each assessment for each section that you teach physics. I will show you how to do this for my sample second block physics class. First, I will select the blue plus sign that is to the left of each assessment for this section. You can see here on the left that I have the option to add students to the assessment. I do this by choosing a file. I've selected my sample roster. Once I do this, I select Add these students. This adds all of the students who are in the CSV file to my roster. I will do the same thing for the concept test. Again, selecting Add these students. On the day when I am administering the CLASS survey and the concept test, I will enter the deadline of that day. Today is Wednesday, August 10th. Say today is when I will be administering the CLASS. I will select today as the deadline, and then I will select Start Assessment Now. This sends an email to all of the students on my roster. I will receive a notification stating that announcement emails have been sent to students in the class. This will send all of the students on my roster an email that includes a link for them to take the CLASS survey. They will have 24 hours to complete that survey. They will only have the option to submit it once, so as long as the students are in your class, once they submit it by the end of the class period, they will not be able to re-access that survey. I will complete this same process for the concept test on the day that I plan to administer it. Once students complete the assessment, beneath pre and next to their name will become a green check mark. This will indicate that they've completed the assessment. If you need to email a reminder to students, what you'll need to do is adjust the deadline and select Email Reminder. This will send a reminder to all of the students who have not yet completed the assessment. You may want to do this the day following the assessment for students who have missed that day in class. You may be wondering what to do if a student adds or drops your class. When a student drops your class, it's quite simple. All you need to do is click on the red X to the left of their name. That will remove them from this class. It is also very simple to upload another student to the assessment roster. What you'll need to do is create a new CSV file that has the new student's information. You can see here that I have a new CSV file that is titled Second Block New Students. Here I've included 2 new students along with their email addresses. In order to upload these students to the course roster, I will select Choose File, and I will select my new student roster. I can then select Add these students, and they will be added to my roster. When you add students to the course, you will wish for them to take the CLASS survey and the concept test so that you have both pre- and post-assessment data for them at the end of the course. You will need to create a new deadline and send an email reminder. This will only send a reminder to the new students and other students who have not yet completed this assessment. You will need to create a class for each section that you teach physics and will be administering the CLASS survey and the physics concept test. As you can see here, I have created a class for second block physics, fourth block physics, and fifth block physics. For each section, I have created the assessments for the CLASS and for the concept test. At the end of the year, I will conduct the post-assessments using the same protocol I used to administer the pre-assessments by providing a deadline and selecting Start Assessment Now to email students the link. Please note that this will collect data for all of your students, and you will be able to see pre- and post-assessment data when you select Download Summary. You will see this for each student in your course. We will, however, only see this for students who have provided consent and assent forms to participate in this study. In addition to you being able to download a summary for each assessment and for each block that you taught physics, we will also provide you with a detailed analysis in either the summer or the fall of 2017. We can't thank you enough for your participation. Please email me with any questions. My email address is shelly.ballou@gmail.com. It is up on your screen now. Thanks again.